Hey there guys, welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are going to be checking out what would happen if a planet collided with the moon, and we will see if there's any effects directly on the Earth. Obviously the one hazard that would come from a collision on the moon would be fragments being sent out towards the Earth, and I can guarantee that there should be at least one collision that happens between that and its fragment. Let's start off by allowing another moon to collide with the moon. So let's go ahead, find the moon, here we are, and let's make sure our time is slow enough so we don't miss it. Here we go. So the moon is going to collide with another moon, so we're just using this as a reference point, using the size of the moon for a colliding object. Obviously, if something was bigger, then the moon would be absorbed into the bigger object. But let's see what happens here. Realistically, it wouldn't be straight like this, but it's good just to experiment like this as well. Alright, so we have our collision. Some fragments come off. Let's follow this. Let's see. So this fragment's going out towards the Earth. We've got some gaseous matter and heat coming off the moon. Mind you that these gases, these very hot gases, will also likely collide with the Earth, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any effects of our surface temperature. Let me bring that up. Not at the moment. So these are the temperatures of the Earth. So again, it depends on the direction of this collision. If it was to happen towards the Earth, then this steady stream of heat and thermal energy would go towards the Earth, and that could potentially cause some major concerns. And let's speed this up a bit just so we actually do start to see effects if there is any. There's definitely not as many fragments as I expected there to be. It is all pretty interesting though. Like, what would be the realistic effects if this was to happen? So it looks as if our first gaseous matter is about to hit the Earth. I would expect some temperature increase from this type of stuff, and possibly some composition change. Not really much is actually happening, apart from the fact that the moon has sort of lost its orbit with the Earth. Which, oh, hello. This is a development. So the moon is sort of losing mass. It is still sticking with the Earth though. I guess the gravitational pull is enough for the moon to remain with the Earth, but let's see what happens in the long term. And nothing has happened to the Earth, no mass has been lost. This will likely have had an effect on the, at least, probably the direction of the orbit. Over a small amount of time. Oh, looks as if. It looks as if. Oh, let's pause it. I lost the moon. I lost the moon. Where are you, moon? Moon, moon, where are you? Oh no, I lost the moon. Oh, that's sad. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hey, here we are. So and so. It wouldn't. We've got this huge crater. Of course, there's no atmosphere for the heat to go into, so it is likely that the heat would just... Oh my goodness. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys just saw that, right? So that was something interesting that just happened. So the moon sort of came very close to the Earth. We did miss that. Looks as if there's been a temperature decrease. So it looks as if it takes a while. It looks as if the moon is now being shot but now it's still sort of coming back around. So it's still got orbit with Earth, but it's sort of a longer orbit, so it's lagged behind a bit. It's sort of gotten further away. Let's see what happens. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. We just had that one sort of orbit that came very close, which would have some tidal effects, but now it's sort of like it's very lagged behind. Oh, I don't even think it is orbiting with Earth now, unless it gets very, very close to Earth. That's where we start to have problems. It's sort of got its own orbit around the sun now, definitely. So this would have huge impacts on our tides. Obviously, the moon does influence our tide systems, and obviously we also have these periods where the moon does start to get very close to the Earth, but it looks as if from now on it's quite consistently away from the Earth. It's sort of lagged behind quite a bit. So that is pretty interesting stuff. It's actually closer to the Mars now than the Earth, which is pretty interesting. So if a moon-sized object was to collide with the moon, at least the simulation would suggest that, well, that we'd lose the moon. Not completely, but we would lose it from our orbit, which is pretty scary, but it's a very unlikely to happen, and realistically I think there would be more fragments that would pose threat to the Earth itself. So now let's go ahead and let's try another impact. So essentially the same thing. Let's go ahead, slow down the orbit again. Let's introduce our moon, pause, and let's use a bigger reference planet, or at least moon. Let's go ahead and see what would happen if Mercury was to collide with the moon. And go. Let's get rid of all these trails. And I feel as if this would definitely have more effect on the Earth. Just the fact that Mercury's so close, I wouldn't be surprised. Did I miss the... Oh my goodness. That's not exactly what I wanted to happen. But, oh no. Oh no. Mercury. No. No, 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 no. Don't go towards F. Oh no. This could be something. So it's essentially launched the moon outward. So Mercury's just gone, get out of here. I'm the Earth's moon now. Unless something happens in a larger amount of time, then that would be something. Obviously the temperature on Mercury is decreasing. How is the Earth dealing with this? Yeah, we've definitely lost the moon, at least. But now Mercury's sort of acting as our moon, which is pretty interesting. Wow. Where's the moon at, though? Moon, no moon. It's sort of, again, got its own orbit, which is sad. Mercury was like, haha. Oh my goodness. I actually nearly collided with Venus. Just barely, like very closely, but not very closely. Damn. Well, that was interesting. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, until next time.